Craftopia is an anime-style, multiplayer, survival game that was made in Japan. Released in 2020 by Pocket Pair, game combines hack and slash with building and survival. A game where you press a button to destroy the whole world and start all over again. Yes, you destroyed the whole world, with just one button, which is still craftable again. You can choose from 3 races, and lots of character customizations. Characters played on will have their inventory and levels, and are transferable from world to world. The customization seems irrespective of your race and gender selections. Multiplayer options let you play using IP connection, using Hamakey or IPv6 address, or Steam. Game lets you bully NPCs, even use special weapons that you won't find in other games. Game has lot of parody elements, and looks like a combination of different games and animes. Leveling up is similar to most games. Achieving goals, doing missions, or redundant things help level. Reaching a goal will give rewards like skill points, items, slates or inventory slots. Skill points can be invested according to usage of weapons, magic, pet and survival. These can be reinvested for a certain sum after first time. Slates or offerings can be used to increase stats. Weapon stats can be increased by refining it on refinery or using golden slates. Anubis takes 4 growth slates for character stat increase and 10 golden slates for armory stat increase. Offering items in picture book rewards you with experience, stats, or items. Level cap is 60. Fishing, mining, lumbering, crafting, cooking, killing, doing dungeons all contribute to leveling. Gathering materials is important as these resources will be required for lot of stuff. From crafting, building, to unlocking new areas, all require resources. A lot of resources. Your civilization is where your altar is. Altar is needed to go up in the age. Each age evolution requires certain number of items to be offered to go to next age. Evolution unlocks new items in crafting, food and building, and your civilization grows. Starting off an age where you barely have anything to wear, you evolve till the age of tank and jetpacks. Falling from certain heights has fall damage, but falling from sky makes you look like a superhero. There are many types of maps, and each island is named after the biome or the type of map. Certain islands need certain level of resistance against fire, cold, or poison. Except for empty islands, every other islands have NPCs, dungeons, treasures, bosses and enemies. Some of NPCs and enemies are catchable, like Pokemon, like dragons, certain NPCs, griffins etc. Each map has certain number of dungeons and some even have hidden or open world bosses. Some open world bosses can be difficult. Some bosses have spawn timers or triggers. Maps have enemy encampments and villages too. Enemy camps have chests and other loots. Open world has other treasures like towers, pillars of heritage, chests, and relics. Villagers and NPCs might give certain types of items in exchange for certain items or money. Some NPCs give out fixed items in exchange for items, like blacksmith gives slates. Some bosses have certain requirements to be fulfilled to spawn, like the Black Anubis or Fafnir. The level of enemies and bosses will depend on the level of the area. Higher the level of enemies, rarer the drop will be of items, resources, and weapons. These enemies and bosses respawn within certain time frame and can be farmed again and again. Maps also have destroyable items, and these can be used up or gathered to craft higher tier items. Game dungeons are pretty straightforward and have limited number of rooms to go through. Dungeons are divided into island dungeons or tombs, trials, puzzle, and mines. Island dungeons and tombs have rooms with enemies in them, and the last room always has a boss. Mines also have last boss. Boss depends on the type of dungeon and are similar to bosses in the open. Puzzle dungeons have 2 to 4 types of dungeons. The main aim being completing the objective. The most commonly encountered ones are the pull the pin puzzle and kick the ball. Other puzzle dungeons, rarely encountered, are way through invisible walls and climbing the wall. Trial dungeons have time limit on them. As the door opens, timers start on the top area of screen. Commonly encountered dungeons are speed trial, any set of vehicle will be given, or aiming trials. In the last room of every dungeon, just before exit, there will always be a treasure room. Rewards contain clearing reward, slate, and 5 treasure chest with varying loot. Cleared dungeon gets marked, and even though the enemies and bosses respawn, the treasure won't respawn. A cleared dungeon or a map can be used to farm enemies for resources and materials. Get ready to have fun and build a big civilization, where you and your friends will be the only people. Build things that might not belong in the game, but is fun nevertheless to use it. Only in Craftopia.